The salt is stinging in the morning air, a quiet freedom that is everywhere. The heavy liquid in the basin deep, where all the ancient giant spirits sleep. I look above into the thin and clear. The weight of gravity will disappear. Abound the ceiling with a gentle face, the silent empire of the outer space. Blue on blue, a mirror made of glass, watching the seasons and the shadows pass. One half is dreaming of a distant flight, the other holding to the heavy night. And in this line where everything can meet, under the pressure in the humid heat, the steady rhythm of the rising tide, with nowhere left for any soul to hide. A sapphire breathing in the midday sun, before the journey has even begun. The spray of diamonds on a jagged rock, a steady ticking of a natural clock. I feel the pulse within the rolling wave, the only sanctuary that I crave. Blue on blue, a mirror made of glass, watching the seasons and the shadows pass. One half is dreaming of a distant flight, the other holding to the heavy night. And then there's a line where everything can meet, under the pressure and the humid heat. Transparent hand, binding the water to the thirsty land. Blue on blue, a mirror made of glass, watching the seasons and the shadows pass. One half is dreaming of a distant flight, the other holding to the heavy night. Humid heat, the two dimensions are a single soul, the split of nature into something whole. A line of mercury upon the light, the edge of everything within my sight. The house is quiet, everyone is gone, but I could swear I heard you humming along. A melody you used to sing without a thought, floating through the rooms like something time forgot. I turned around expecting you to be right there, just the curtain moving gently in the air. But the feeling didn't leave when you were gone. Some presences don't need a body to go on. I hear you still in spaces in between, in the rustle of the morning and the places we have been. I hear you still when the world gets way too loud. Your voice comes through the silence like a light behind a cloud. I don't know how and I don't know always will. Your laugh shows up inside a stranger's smile. It stops me in my tracks and holds me for a while. The way the afternoon light bends across the floor reminds me how you stood there by the door. I used to think that missing meant you're gone for good, that absence was a silence misunderstood. But now I know that love leaves fingerprints on everything, on every ordinary, unremarkable little thing. I hear you still in the spaces in between, in the rustle of the morning, in the places we have been. I hear you still when the world gets way too loud. Your voice comes through the silence like a light behind a cloud. I don't know how and I don't know why, but you're woven into everything beneath this open sky. I hear you still, I hear you still, and I think I always will. Maybe this is what it means to truly carry someone, not as weight, but as a warmth that keeps on running through the days and through the years and through the in-between. You're the thread inside the fabric of my every living dream. I hear you still in the spaces in between, in the rustle of the morning and the places we have been. I hear you still when the world gets way too loud. Your voice comes through the silence like a light behind a cloud. I don't know how and I don't know why, but you're woven into everything beneath this open sky. I hear you still, I hear you still, and I think I always will. So I'll stop and listen every now and then. Let your voice come find me in the quiet again. Some people never leave, they just change the way they stay.
I stepped outside tonight to catch some air. Looked up at the stars and felt you there. Not beside me, not within my reach, but somewhere past the distance I can't reach. 1,000 miles between us, maybe more, but the moon doesn't know what separation's for. It rises just the same above your head and lights the path from everything we left unsaid. Under the same sky, you and I, different roads but the same stars getting us by. Under the same sky, same moon, same night. Whatever pulls us apart can't put out this light. I don't need to hold you to feel you close. The sky between us carries what matters most. Under the same sky, always will be. No matter where you are, you're here with me. I wonder if you paused today and thought of me. The way I stopped mid-sentence just to let it be. A feeling with no name but one I know. The quiet kind that only grows and grows. Maybe connection isn't measured by the mile or the years between a last and next hello. They travel light and fast and hold steadfast. Oh, it's under the same sky, you and I, different rules but the same stars, getting us by, under the same sky, same moon, same night. Whatever pulls us apart can't put out this light. I don't need to hold you to feel you close. The sky between us carries what matters most. Under the same sky, always will be. No matter where you are, you're here with me. Knocking at my door, I remember what the open sky is for. It holds us both without a single wall, and in that space there's room enough for. Under the same sky, you and I, different rules but the same stars, getting us by, under the same sky, same same night. Whatever pulls us apart can't put out this light. I don't need to hold you to feel you close. The sky between us carries what matters most. Under the same sky, always will be. No matter where you are, you're here with me. So look up when the world feels far too wide. The same stars that find me will find you tonight. Distance is just space. It was never goodbye.
The condensation crawls along the glass. I watch the busy summer shadows pass. You ask me how I'm feeling in the heat. I give a smile that's perfectly discreet. 1,000 bubbles rising to the rim. Within the circle where the ice cubes swim. I swallow down the words I shouldn't say and let the truth just drift a mile away. Fizzy white lie sparkling in the sun. The game of hide and seek has just begun. A tiny secret in a lemon swirl. The quiet armor of a modern girl. I'm floating on the stinging of the foam. No matter where the heavy whispers roam. The straw is stirring up a hollow sound, while all my logic spinning round and round. The I am fine is such a clear disguise behind the shimmer of my steady eyes. The sharp vibration on my thirsty tongue. A melody that's better left unsung. I feel the lift of every citrus breath, avoiding every word as cold as death. cage, turning the leaf upon a private page. Fizzy white lie sparkling in the sun. The game of hide and seek has just begun. A tiny secret in a lemon swirl, the quiet armor of a modern girl. I'm floating on the stinging of the foam, no matter where the heavy whispers roam. The sweetness hides the little bit of sour inside the magic of the golden hour. A popping bubble in the summer haze, the vanishing of all my tangled days. I've been searching through the rooms of who I was, pulling back the curtains just because maybe in the corners I would find the version of myself I left behind. But she wasn't in the photographs or letters, she wasn't in the things that made me better. She was standing at the edge of something new, in the unmarked space I never thought to move into. Where I begin is not where I have been, not in the chapters read, but in the pages yet unseen. Where I begin is past the last familiar light, out beyond the map into the open night. I don't start where comfort ends its stay, I begin where all my old excuses fall away. Where I begin is not a place I've known, it's the moment I decide to call the unknown home. I used to think that starting over meant going back to zero, starting innocent. But starting over isn't going back at all, it's walking forward through a different kind of hall. I carry everything I've learned into the new. Every scar becomes a compass pointing through the places I have broken. All the cracks that let me see exactly where the next version of me needs to be. Where I begin is not where I have been, not in the chapters read, but in the pages yet unseen. Where I begin is past the last familiar light, out beyond the map into the open night. I don't start where comfort ends its stay, I begin where all my old excuses fall away. Where I begin is not a place I've known, it's the moment I decide to call the unknown home. The beginning isn't loud, it doesn't announce its name, it slips in like a season, quiet but not the same. I feel it in a shift beneath my feet tonight, something old releasing something new taking flight. Where I begin is not where I have been, not in the chapters read, but in the pages yet unseen. Where I begin is past the last familiar light, out beyond the map into the open night. I don't start where comfort ends its stay, I This is where I end and where I finally begin. Turn the last light off and let the room go black. No notifications, nothing pulling me back. Just the sound of my own breathing in the still, and the quiet asking me if I've had my fill of the rushing and the noise and the needing to be seen, of performing every version of myself between the cracks of every role I played throughout the day. Tonight I set them all outside and let them stay. Just the dark in me, no one else allowed. No more hiding in the middle of a crowd. Just the dark in me, finally face to face with the woman I've been running from in every other place. The night holds nothing but the truth I keep inside. No mirror and no judgment, nowhere left to hide. Just the dark in me, and for the first time I can see everything I am is finally enough for me. I used to fear the silence like an open wound, filled every empty second just to leave no room for the questions that will rise up from the deep, the ones that only come when I forget to sleep. But silence isn't empty, I was wrong about that. It's full of all the answers I was too afraid to catch. The dark doesn't erase me, it just strips away the show, and what remains is something only I need to know. Just the dark in me, no one else allowed. No more hiding in the middle of a crowd. Just the dark in me, finally face to face with the woman I've been running from in every other place. The night holds nothing but the truth I keep inside. No mirror and no judgment, nowhere left to hide. Just the dark in me, and for the first time I can see everything I am is finally enough for me. Just the dark in me, no one else allowed. No more hiding in the middle of a crowd. Just the dark in me, finally face to face with the woman I've been running from in every other place. That night holds nothing but the truth I keep inside. No mirror and no judgment, nowhere left to hide. Just the dark in me, and for the first time I can see everything I am is finally enough for me. So I lie here in the stillness, wide awake, grateful for the quiet and the space it takes to remember who I am when no one's watching me. I wrote your name across the top of the page,
Then sat for an hour in a quiet page of all the things I wanted you to know. The words just pulled and had nowhere to go. I wrote about the autumn that we lost, about the bridges burning what they cost. I wrote until the ink ran thin and dry, then folded up the page without a reason why. Unsent letter sitting in my drawer, full of everything I couldn't say before. Unsent letter written just for me, a conversation only silence gets to see. I sealed it with the truth I couldn't speak aloud, addressed it to the space between us and the crowd. Unsent letter, maybe that's enough to I love you on a page when loving got too tough. I wrote about forgiveness and about blame, about how much I've changed and stayed the same, about the night I almost picked up the phone and chose instead to carry this alone. Some letters aren't for sending, they're for surviving, a place to put the grief that keeps on arriving. The page becomes a witness to what's real, a sacred space for everything we feel. Unsent letter sitting in my drawer, full of everything I couldn't say before. Unsent letter written just for me, a conversation only silence gets to see. I sealed it with the truth I couldn't speak aloud, addressed it to the space between us and the crowd. Unsent letter, maybe that's enough to have loved you on a page when loving got too tough. One day I might open it again, read it like a stranger reading someone else's pain. Or maybe it will yellow in the quiet of the dark, a pressed flower keep the shade without the spark. Unsent letter sitting in my drawer, full of everything I couldn't say before. Unsent letter written just for me, a conversation only silence gets to see. I sealed it with the truth I couldn't speak aloud, addressed it to the space between us and the crowd. Unsent letter, maybe that's enough to have loved you on a page when loving got too tough. The stamp was never pressed, the seal was never broke, but every single word in there was true when it was wrote. Some letters reach you without ever leaving home. The sky closed up without a warning tonight. A ceiling made of gray, swallowed all the light. I looked for her in all the places she should be, but the moon had tucked herself away from me. I felt the doubt moving like weather through a crack, that familiar kind of fear that pulls you back. What if she doesn't come? What if she's really gone? What if I've been wrong to count on her this long? Moon behind the cloud, I know you're still up there. Hidden doesn't mean you vanished into air. Moon behind the cloud, unchanged behind the gray. Your light is only resting, you haven't gone away. I've confused the cover with the lost before, mistook the quiet season for a closing door. Moon behind the cloud, tears giving up on. Right before the breakthrough came and carried on. The job, the dream, the love, I nearly let go cold. Each one was moon behind a cloud I wasn't told. And every time the clouds eventually moved through, the moon was right there waiting, patient, still and true. She never left, she never doubted her own light. She simply let the weather have its night. Moon behind a cloud, I know you're still up there. Hidden doesn't mean you vanished into air. Moon behind the cloud, unchanged behind the gray. Your light is only resting, you haven't gone away. I've confused the cover with the lost before. Mistook the quiet season for a closing door. Moon behind the cloud, teach me how to hold that what I cannot see is still as real as gold. Maybe faith is just this practice every night of choosing to believe in what is hidden from my side. Not because I have the proof laid out before me clear, but because the moon is always reappeared. Moon behind the cloud, I know you're still up there. Hidden doesn't mean you vanished into air. Moon behind the cloud, unchanged behind the gray. Your light is only resting, you haven't gone away. I've confused the cover with the lost before. Mistook the quiet season for a closing door. Moon behind the cloud, teach me how to hold that what I cannot see is still as real as gold. I'll wait here in the gray without despair, knowing you are shining somewhere past the air. The clouds will pass, and you'll be right where you have always been.
I found an old journal underneath my bed, full of wishes written by a younger head. She wanted things so differently back then. A different life, a different place, a different when. I sat there reading every careful line, surprised by what that younger heart called mine. Some wishes came and looked nothing like I planned. Some never came at all, and now I understand. What I wished for wasn't always what I needed. Some prayers were answered, some were never heeded. What I wished for led me somewhere unexpected, down the roads I never would have elected. Looking back I see the wishes that came true wore a different face than what I thought I knew. What I wished for and what found me in the end were the same thing, wearing different clothes around the bend. I wished for open doors and got a wall, then found a window I'd have missed otherwise. I wished for someone steady and they laughed, and in the leaving learned to stand without a net. The wish I thought would save me wasn't mine to have. The one I almost gave up on became my other half. Not every answered prayer looks like the dream. Sometimes what you need arrives without the gleam. What I wished for wasn't always what I needed. Some prayers were answered, some were never heeded. What I wished for led me somewhere unexpected, down the roads I never would have elected. Looking back I see the wishes that came true wore a different face than what something better to decide. Not what I think I want, but what I need. And trust the difference between the wish and the seed. What I wished for wasn't always what I needed. Some prayers or answers someone never heeded. What I wished for led me somewhat unexpected, down the roads I never would have elected. Looking back I see the wishes that came true wore a different face than what I thought I knew. What I wished for and what found me in the end were the same thing, wearing different clothes around the bend. I closed the journal with a grateful quiet sigh, thankful for the wishes and the ones that passed me by. Everything I have was once a wish I didn't know I'd need. No introduction, no explaining who I am. You just tune right in like you already had the program. Didn't need the backstory or the annotated guide. You just read the room and somehow read inside. It's the kind of knowing that you can't explain away. Not built in the moment, but it felt that way. Like a signal finding signal through the static and the noise. Two souls recognizing each other by the voice. Same frequency, same wavelength, same air. The kind of connection that was already there. Same frequency, no translation needed. Every unspoken word between us heard and heeded. I don't know the science and I don't know the name, but when you're in the room everything just sounds the same. Same frequency, humming underneath. The truest thing I know is how you reach me. We finish thoughts before the sentence ends. Navigate the unspoken like it's second nature, old friend. You know when I need quiet and you know when I need sound. You know how to pull me up before I'm all the way down. It isn't magic though, it looks a lot like it. It's attention paid so close you learn to read every bit. The rarest kind of person who sees through the performance and loves what's underneath without needing any guidance. Same frequency, same wavelength, same air. The kind of connection that was already there. Same frequency, no translation needed. Every unspoken word between us heard and heeded. I don't know the science and I don't know the name, but when you're in the room everything just sounds the same. Same frequency, and underneath the truest thing I know is how you reach me. In a world that's loud and constantly competing, you're the only signal worth repeating. Not because you're perfect or you always get it right, but because you keep on tuning in despite the fight. Same frequency, same wavelength, same air. The kind of connection that was already there. Same frequency, no translation needed. Every unspoken word between us heard and heeded. I don't know the science and I don't know the name, but when you're in the room everything just sounds the same. Same frequency, and underneath the truest thing I know is how you reach me. No signal lost, no static in between. You're the clearest thing I've ever heard or seen. Whatever this is, I hope it never goes off.
Cafe. Nobody sees the sea beneath the ground. It makes no announcement, makes no sound. Just presses through the dark without a map. Trust in something waiting in the gap. I used to think that growth required the light, that nothing real could happen in the night. But the most important work is underground, in the quiet where the roots are being found. Grow in silence, that's where strength begins. Not in the applause, but in the work within. Grow in silence, let the dark be kind to all the tender new things taking shape inside. Nobody needs to witness what is forming. Nobody needs to know before the morning. Grow in silence, trust the unseen hand. You're becoming more than you yet understand. The winter tree looks empty to the eye. No hint of what is building way inside, but underneath the bark and in the cold, a story of return is being told. And I have been that tree more times than one, convinced that I was finished, barely done. But spring kept finding me without my asking, kept arriving while I quietly kept on passing. Grow in silence, that's where strength begins. Not in the applause, but in the work within. Grow in silence, let the dark be kind to all the tender new things taking shape inside. Nobody needs to witness what is forming. Nobody needs to know before the morning. Grow in silence, trust the unseen hand. You're becoming more than you yet understand. What if the quiet seasons aren't a punishment, but permission to go deeper than you went? The silence isn't empty, it's alive with everything you need in order to survive. Silence, that's where strength begins. Not in the applause, but in the work within. Grow in silence, let the dark be kind to all the tender new things taking shape inside. Nobody needs to witness what is forming. Nobody needs to know before the morning. Grow in silence, trust the unseen hand. You're becoming more than you yet understand. In the quiet, you are growing even now. Not in spite of all the dark, but shown somehow what blooms in silence blooms the strongest in the end. She never raised her voice or rang a bell. No classroom and no lesson she would tell. She came in through the cracks of broken things and taught me on the back of suffering. I didn't recognize her at the door, mistook her for the thing I was fighting for. But every time she sat beside my pain, she left me understanding more than I came. Quiet teacher, I see you now.
toward a deeper kind of light. She showed me who I was when no one watched, the places I was tender, raw and notched. She didn't fix my cracks or smooth my edges. She just sat with me out on the ledges, and slowly I began to see her gift, the way that loss can be a kind of lift, that what I thought was taking something whole was actually excavating. So, quiet teacher, I see you now. You were in every fall that showed me how. Quiet teacher, you never spoke in words, but everything you taught me still gets heard. And the courage I found after every breaking, in the self I met inside the shaking. Quiet teacher, thank you for the nights that bent me toward a deeper kind of light. I wouldn't trade the lessons though they cost. I needed every single thing I lost. The quiet teacher knew before I did what I would find inside the things she hid. Quiet teacher, I see you now. You were in every fall, you showed me how. Quiet teacher, you never spoke in words, but everything you taught me still gets heard. And the courage I found after every breaking, in the self I met inside the shaking. Quiet teacher, thank you for the nights that bent me toward a deeper kind of light. She walks beside me still on quieter days. I recognize her now in gentle ways. The darkness was the greatest teacher I have known. Yeah. They talk about red strings and written stars, destiny and signs and who we are. But I don't need the universe to say that you were always meant to find your way to me. It wasn't lightning and it wasn't lore, no dramatic entrance through a golden door, just a quiet recognition in your eyes that felt more true than any grand surprise. More than fate, more than a sign, more than the stars that happen to align. What we are is something no one planned, built from every stumble, every outstretched hand. More than fate, more than a spell, more than the stories other people tell. We chose each other in 100 quiet ways, and choosing is more beautiful than fate. You stayed when staying wasn't glamorous or bright, when I was difficult and lost inside the night. No cosmic force was holding you right there, just you deciding that you chose to care. And that's the thing about the love that lasts, it isn't written somewhere in the past. It's every morning recommitting to the same, every time you choose to show up just the same. More than fate, more than a sign, more than the stars that happen to align. What we are is something no one planned, built from every stumble, every outstretched hand. More than fate, more than a spell, more than the stories other people tell. We chose each other other in 100 quiet ways, and choosing is more beautiful than fate. Said goodbye. More than fate, more than a sign, more than the stars that happen to align. What we are is something no one planned, built from every stumble, every outstretched hand. More than fate, more than a spell, more than the stories other people tell. We chose each other in 100 quiet ways, and choosing is more beautiful than fate. No constellation mapped this out for us. We built this out of patience and of trust. What we have was chosen, and that means everything. The neon river flows in electric waves above the tunnels in the concrete caves. 1,000 voices in a single breath, a restless energy defying death. The traffic hum is like a heavy drum, but in the crowd I'm standing all alone. I close my eyes and let the volume fade into the cool and comfortable shade. Soundless city spinning around my head, leaving the words that everyone has said. I find the center of the hurricane, a private refuge from the mental strain. The world is screaming, but I cannot hear. The liquid silence is the only gift. The metal skeletons are reaching high to touch the edges of the hazy sky. The pulse of engines and the clicking feet, creating friction on the narrow street. I dial the focus to a deeper tone, a secret frequency I call my own. The heavy pressure of the outside air can never reach the peace I'm holding there. Soundless city spinning around my head, leaving the words that everyone has said. I find the center of the hurricane, a private refuge from the mental strain. The world is screaming, but I cannot hear. The liquid silence is the only gift. Starlight glimmers through the plastic haze, a silver thread within the urban maze. Soundless city spinning around my head. Soundless city, the words that everyone has said. Everyone has said. I find the center of the hurricane, a private refuge from the mental strain. The world is screaming, but I can't
the heavy wind, the quiet battle that I finally pinned.
We never said what this was called. We never drew a line. We stay somewhere in between your world and mine. No promises to hold us down, no labels left to break. Just quiet understanding in every move we make. 名前のないままでいい We don't have to define every feeling passing through us, every space between the lines. Let it live without a reason, let it breathe without a frame. If it's real, we don't need to give it any name. We were drifting through the moments like they didn't have to stay. Never asking where it's going, never forcing it to change. There's a softness in the silence, there's a truth we never say, but it lingers in the distance in a quiet, fragile way. 名前のないままでいい We don't need to make it clear. Not every kind of meaning has to neatly reappear. If we try to hold it tightly, it might fade or slip away. So let's leave it in the open, just like it is today. Maybe some things aren't for keeping, maybe some things aren't for sure. Maybe what we're really feeling doesn't need to be secure. 名前のないままでいい Let it stay undefined. Not everything we're giving has to fit inside line. We can feel it without owning, we can know without a claim. If it's here between us now, that's enough without